there are so many reasons why people prefer to go to Kenya than coming to Nigeria. And this is actually from a Nigerian's point of view who had visited both countries. I've lived in Kenya, I've lived in Nigeria, and this is what I have to tell you guys, because trust me, a lot of people keep wondering why people prefer to go to Kenya than going to Nigeria, which happen to be the giant of Africa. Now, if you ask people abroad anything about Africa, one of the countries they're going to mention is Nigeria. Even though a lot of people know about Kenya, okay, but trust me, they're going to mention Nigeria because it is one country that has stood out as the giant of Africa for years, and people keep saying, oh, giant of Africa. Now, if you go to the US, you find out that we have lots of educated Nigerians in the US, in the UK. Okay, during the protests that happened in the UK, you find out that a lot of these people were Nigerians who happen to be doctors and nurses and all of what, healthcare assistants in the UK. Go to the US, okay, one of the best graduating students on every university most times are usually from Nigeria, okay. You find out that even in secondary schools, like high schools, you've maybe a competition and all of that, you hear things like, oh, so person from Nigeria came first or became the winner of the competition. It is just something that's always happened, and trust me, you would think that people would prefer to come to Nigeria than going to Kenya. But there's so many reasons why a lot of people have not visited Nigeria. In fact, I saw a video of somebody asking someone, okay, it was just like a street interview, and the guy said, will you love to visit Nigeria or visit Nigeria? After they've asked the person, oh, what's your thoughts about Africa? What comes to mind when you think about Africa? And this lady said Nigeria. And the guy asked, will you love to visit Nigeria? I said, never. You know, when she said that, it got to me as a Nigerian who will love people to actually visit our country, okay, but it's not going to happen soon, okay, even though there are people who really love Nigeria and would want to visit, but most of these people are people already in Africa, okay, but the Westerners always have this fear within them whenever you tell them to visit Nigeria. Now, here are some of the reasons why people prefer Kenya to Nigeria. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and it's so good to have you. Please do well to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel, and do give this video a thumbs up, okay, and watch to the end, watch all the ads, okay, do not skip any. Now let's dive right in, okay. One of the reasons why people prefer Kenya to Nigeria is because of the wildlife. It's a known fact, okay. Nigeria do not have wildlife, okay, none that I know of. As a Nigerian, I really do not know, but if you're a Nigerian watching this video, maybe you should let me know in the comment section. Probably we have a wildlife that I'm not aware of. Kenya has always been in the map for the tourist destination for people who want to experience cool safaris and wildlife, and this is reason why a lot of people choose Kenya to Nigeria, okay. And I've also watched American movies where they're asking people, oh, where will you go to? It's a movie, and they say, I'm going to Kenya. I've also heard some American kids answer Kenya. Trust me, Nigeria is always not in the list of African countries for people to travel to for tourism or safari, okay. Instead of that, people will think about Tanzania, think about South Africa and what have you, or Rwanda, like the other countries where people think about traveling to when as regards to tourism, that Nigeria, okay. So tourism is one of those things that differentiate Nigerians from Kenya, okay. I've also heard someone come to social media to say, oh, how she had gone to this zoo in Nigeria, and on them time for them to see the lion, and they said they can't see the lion because the lion was hungry or something like that. I can't even remember the story again, but the story was a funny one because people in the comment section came out and were like, is that even a zoo or something? Anyway, that is one of the reasons. Second reason is the fact that there's no constant electricity in Nigeria. Trust me, okay, we have electricity but not as constant as the Kenyan counterparts, okay. So So people will prefer to go to where, especially people who works online, who has emails to reply to. My vacation shouldn't stop me from responding to emails, to respond to my work, or if I have a work schedule and because I'm coming to Africa for one thing or the other, I shouldn't be able to work alongside. Okay, so people prefer that over Nigeria, prefer Kenya over Nigeria because of constant electricity. And another thing you want to also know is the fact of insecurity. Okay, so when you come to Google, go to Google and type Nigeria, one of the things you're going to be seeing is insecurity, Boko Haram, like just all of those long list of insecurities are what you're going to see. Unlike the Kenyan counterpart, I know Kenya has had their fair share, and there was a time that a particular Al-Shabaab or something, raided a particular mall in Nairobi, and that was actually the end. I think I've not heard any other sort of issues like that in Kenya, unlike the Nigerian counterpart, where you go to Google to ask questions. I think even ChatGPT will tell you this whole thing about Nigeria. Just go ask facts about Nigeria and you're seeing insecurity, kidnapping of young girls from the school, road kidnapped, people being robbed on the road, like just so many things about Nigeria, things that are not really good, okay, that has affected the country tourism sector. Even though the government actually have not done well in promoting the tourism of the country, now insecurity issue has also become a very big problem, because Google has always been the friend of people who search for better destination or perfect destination to visit in Africa. But thank God for most YouTubers who finally decide from the Western world, okay, to visit Nigeria, and they come back on YouTube to say, you know what, Nigeria wasn't actually what we expected, because they already have what Google had told them, and all of a sudden they got to Nigeria and saw that it was actually different. Okay, so when you talk about insecurities, it's not actually everywhere, okay, in Nigeria. There are some places that are known for insecurities, okay, and even as a Nigerian, I can't even travel to those zones. But come to think about it, go to Lagos, go to some part of the east and everything, you're going to have fun without, okay, having any form of insecurity. So let us stop all these things. Anyway, one of the things that really affected us as a people, and why people have chosen Kenya than choosing Nigeria, is the Western media. They have really done a lot of harm than good for the Nigerian counterparts. Okay, so anytime you search on Google, like I said, you're going to be seeing different things about Nigeria. Anytime you search on some websites, travel destinations and all of that, you're going to hear some negative things about Nigeria. And Nigerian government had to really do something about protecting the image of Nigeria, because it also affects most Nigerians living abroad. Okay, the Western media or the mainstream media has really done a lot of harm than good. Okay, you see somebody coming to a blog to write about something about Nigeria and all of that, and one of the things that some East African countries have witnessed or have seen has done is to protect their image online, because online goes faster than the local media. So it's very important to have a very clean slate. Countries like Kenya, like Rwanda, like every other country I've really seen in East Africa, do not support a kind of negative image of them being painted on the media. And it's very important for every country to really kind of pick up this. Okay, it's a very good trait for people to learn, okay, and start doing, because if you want more people or more visitors in the country, then the mainstream media or the social media has to tell people better things other than giving them a negative vibe about that country. Yeah, so these are some of the things I feel that makes Kenya a more tourist destination than the Nigerian counterparts. Okay, yeah, even though some of these things might be true, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Nigeria is 100% ugly as we see on social media. So let's try as much as possible, and this is me appealing, travel to Nigeria. I go to Nigeria, go see what's happening in Nigeria, then come to East Africa and also see some of the things that happen in East Africa. If you want to have a deep culture, deep food vibe, you're a foodie like myself, then you want to go to Nigeria, because we have over, I think, 700 tribes or so, and all these people have different local delicacies that you want to test. And trust me, you cannot taste all the delicacies before leaving the country, but there's some popular ones you might want to really witness. Nigeria is a great place to visit, even though Kenya is also an amazing place to visit. Okay, I always advise people, if you're coming to Africa for the very first time, try different countries. Don't just go to one country and go back. You might not have all the vibes, all the things that you need to know about Africa. Go to the west, go to the south, go to the north, go to the east, and trust me, you're going to have lots and lots and lots of fun, okay, and also experience the deep culture of Africa, okay. Yeah, I think this helps a lot, and also I've been able to, you know, break down this topic, okay. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and yeah, let me know. I would love to read from you, and also you educating others, okay, in the comment section. Thank you so much. Please do not mind my assistant behind me. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe. Do give this video a thumbs up, and let's be friends, okay. Subscribe and subscribe and subscribe. See you guys on my next video. For now, bye guys.